When some people think of genetic engineering, they think of images such as glow-in-the-dark animals. And these images may cause people to believe that scientists have gone too far in their attempts to modify organisms for their own amusement. But genetic engineering can have far-reaching effects that can benefit mankind as a whole. And as a biologist, I support the study of genetic engineering for all the benefits that it can have. According to the website Live Science, genetic engineering is the ability to change the DNA sequence of a living organism through technological means, and scientists are trying to use this technology as a way of treating diseases. Many diseases are caused by mutations or defects in the DNA sequence of a gene, which means that the gene cannot produce the protein that the organism needs to survive. The goal of genetic engineering is to remove this disease copy of the gene and replace it with a healthy copy of a gene, so that the organism can produce the proteins it needs. And if scientists are able to insert this good copy of the gene into the cell, into the DNA of the organism will be able to survive and live a long and healthy life. Genetic engineering is also being used to try and help people in impoverished parts of the world. In some countries where crops can be destroyed by floods or an infestation of insects, getting enough food to eat can be the difference between starvation and survival. According to the website Conserve Energy Future, through genetic engineering, scientists are able to produce crops that can survive flooded regions and can repel insects, allowing farmers to have a larger harvest and a better chance of survival. But people argue that genetic engineering is not safe and that more research is needed, and that more research needs to be done before any genetically modified product is sold to the public. But many people have been using a genetically engineered product for decades. But many people have been safely using a genetically modified product for decades: insulin. According to the American Diabetes Association website, since its discovery in 1921, insulin had usually been produced by extracting it from the pancreas of animals, such as cows and pigs. And this insulin was further refined for human use. But many people had severe allergic reactions to this animal-produced insulin. Then in 1978, scientists were able to put the gene for human insulin into the DNA of a bacterial cell. And the bacteria was able to produce the insulin, which scientists were then able to extract and purify for public use. And since 1982, bacterial production of insulin has been the primary source for almost all insulin used. Genetic engineering has helped the advancement of science as it tries to improve the human condition. From insect-resistant crops and crops that can survive in the harshest weather conditions to the production of human insulin, genetic engineering has helped to improve the lives of many people. But some people choose only to believe the fantasy and horror world that genetic engineering will produce. From so-called frankenfoods to designer babies, people choose to imagine the worst possible uses for genetic engineering. But through education and research, people can understand the true intentions and benefits of genetic engineering. Whether people choose to believe this information or not is up to them.